worst or second worst loss of the season for the Timberwolves as they have the 3-point L at home against the 10-31 Charlotte Hornets, who were missing their starting center and backup center, as well as the Timberwolves killer Gordon Hayward in this game. I was only able to watch the second half because I was playing a basketball game of my own during the first half. It's okay. All I missed was a 44-point, 8 3-pointer first half out of Karl Anthony Towns, so not much there. I got to watch a big-time fourth-quarter collapse from the Timberwolves, though, which I'm getting nice and comfortable with seeing that on a regular basis lately. Those are back-to-back games at home that we have lost with 10-plus point leads in the fourth quarter. Our offensive execution kind of all year has been pretty spotty, except that Anthony Edwards has been on point scoring in the clutch. Mike Conley was knocking down every open shot in the clutch, and Rudy Gobert's defense, and really the defense as a whole, would really tighten up to close these games. But this game, Mike Conley's out due to rest. Anthony Edwards only has 9 points. Really looks like he was maybe going to try to go the entire game without scoring, with how much he was deferring, passing the ball off, and just turning down open looks. You'd get a little bit more aggressive in the third and fourth quarter, but still not efficient. And he would, I think he was tie his career high in assists with 11, either tie or set his career high, although it would not be a good fourth quarter showing out of Ant. This game, of course, was all about Karl Anthony Towns. I mentioned the 44 points in the first half. He would end the game with 62, which is his career high, and the franchise record, of which he has the, I think, top 3 or 4 scoring games in Wolves history right now. And, I mean, he was just lighting it up from 3, gets 15 total attempts from deep in this game, making 10 of them. And I was overjoyed hearing kind of the updates of his three-point shooting early. And I want him to have more attempts. Getting 15 in this game is exactly what we want to see. The efficiency overall from the floor would dip in the end and wasn't making things as much to close this one out. Also, we can talk about the final possession. There's about 7 seconds on the clock. He gets the ball, free throw line extended on a switch. I think it was Rozier that was guarding him initially. Spins off and goes for a layup attempt. Has 3 Hornets foul him at once. The most egregious being his shooting hand getting slapped from behind, tearing his entire arm back as he's trying to shoot a floater. No call, and that kind of sealed it for the Hornets, who would go on to make both free throws after our foul. 2 seconds left to try to make a 3. Cat airballs it, but very deep, difficult look, and that was all she wrote. Also want to mention that Rudy Gobert really tightening up in clutch time and playing great defense. He got switched onto LaMelo Ball and had a guard for about 8 seconds, ISO against LaMelo, forced him into an extremely tough shot for the Wolves to get the ball down by 1 with about 13 seconds left. So shout out to Rudy for playing impeccable defense on a perimeter player, and he did step up in that moment, so I wanted to at least recognize that. He opened the window for us, didn't take advantage. Part of that on the rest are missing a blatant foul, but that's how it goes. We had a 15-point lead going into the fourth quarter in this one, and just never got anything going offensively. Defensively, wasn't there either. We give up 128 points to this bad Hornets team and 58% shooting from the floor. It's just, it hasn't been a good stretch for us. We had a 4-game winning streak as we were beating some bad teams, and we had a nationally televised game where we're getting crazy Anthony Edwards highlights. So I felt like the vibes were really on point, although we weren't playing great basketball against bad teams. And we have had this fourth quarter leakage where we don't move the ball, we're just playing really stagnantly, and if we're not making hero buckets, which we haven't really been lately, we're screwed. Even on a night where we get Cat's career high, we still can't get it going. Also got to shout out Brandon Miller on the Hornets side, their rookie, the second overall pick of this draft. He goes, I think, 11 of 13 from the floor, knocking down every shot. He was super clutch and impactful for them, and he stepped up in the Gordon Hayward role of just the guy that makes every single jump shot against the Wolves for the Hornets. So that was killer. And Q, Post Malone, I fall apart. And that's how I feel for the rest of this video. Actually, I wanted to do one more positive thing to say. Nickeil Alexander-Walker He was really big in the second half. I think he had 16 points in this one. It kind of felt like people are switching roles a little bit. Cat became our main scorer. Anthony Edwards is like, okay, I'll take Mike Conley's spot. I'll keep everyone involved, make some good passes. And Nikhil's like, all right, I'll become the secondary scorer. He made a lot of good corner threes, a little sidestep hit too. Nice finish as well in this game. I'm sad. I love Jaden's fro. I think Jaden should always have the fro. He didn't play well in this game, but I think the afro should add stats to his game in the long run. I should stop talking. I'm sad. We have work to do. We got to recover. This Wolves team has been pretty good about recovering after some embarrassment, like that Hawks loss I mentioned. We were a lot better after that, so hopefully this is a wake-up call to them. We start playing better. Anthony Edwards, I mentioned it wasn't a great night for him, but he also was questionable with an illness to play even in this one at all. Yeah, I won our game. Well, I shouldn't say I. Our team won. It was a fun game. Good vibes. We had a comeback win, too. It happens in basketball sometimes. I'm still upset. All right, bye.